From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the New York Jets. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold caught here by Bell. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
First and 10 at the 34-yard.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check right, check right. Shoot, Eddie. Shoot.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. It got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here goes Sam. Check, check, lady. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Defense wins championships, baby. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Back at the 22-yard line.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 18. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. 21. Here we go.
From the 24, Garoppolo. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here we go. Like 80. Here we go.
On first down, here's Breida. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Switch.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go. What do you need? Number 53. Silva.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Mike, 53, Mike.
On first down, Garoppolo. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Jets' 43-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Garoppolo gives to Breida. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I got you.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now a give coming right is Breida. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Goodwin able to haul it in. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
San Francisco.
Here we go.
Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Out of the shotgun, Breida trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
Throwing on second down, Garoppolo. James has got it. Complete. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Mostert, and across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Raheem Mostert, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Jets nothing. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Darnold from the gun. Aguilar has it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Lux 56. It's a party now. It's a party now.
On 1st down, Darnold. It's caught by Aguilar. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The Jets on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when he clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6. That's the 49ers' 33-yard line.
Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Tight right. 4 down. Check.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. Oh, no doubt, a very disappointing. To what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. Now it's Breida. And he'll be taken down at the 18. That 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here we go. 50 seconds, come on. Look, you just warm up.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
50 seconds, come on. Here we go.
2nd and 10.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Taking a shot for... He's got a man. Complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
50 seconds, right? You can't block me. You can't block me.
Garoppolo now. Man open, it's Goodwin. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Here we go.
Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game.
57, Mike 57.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Mike 57. Hey.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1.
A 5-yard pickup.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half. This is taken at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. They run with Breida. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They run again with Breida. And he's going to get this down close to a 1st at about the Jets' 41.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 25-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Stick! 57, Mike. I got this. Let's get some penetration here. 2, cut!
Garoppolo on first down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Deebo Samuel there to make the grab. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Now Gold for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Next to score, Niners 14, Jets nothing. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Come on.
On second down, it's Bell, and he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Mike, check, 59. Exit.
Darnold now to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 44. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Jets' 47-yard line.
Here we go. Like 80! Watch the run. Check.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll toss it to Breida. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida, his third touchdown now on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Gold with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on this.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jason Verrett and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. This is Breida. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here we go. Wait, 20. Mike, get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Stay hot.
Now a toss play. It's Breida. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gould able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0.
Jets, nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
We got to get the ball. D, get the ball right here.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now it's Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. To throw is Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Darnold, caught here by Bell. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, Moore. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
On second down now, it's Bell. And some space here. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
How about that, partner? That's a gutsy run, a physical run, an explosive run, and he's inside the 10-yard line now. I don't know if you hand it to him again on this play, but make the defense think that you will, and maybe you have some options off of it.
Now Howard, and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 40, 30, the 20, 10, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Right back to him on first down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. D Ford. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down. Back to throw, Darnold. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Here we go. 80. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All day, baby. All day. Set hut.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
It's a loss of the yard. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
We own them.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
That's good.
And they take a knee. So the victory here for San Francisco. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense.